Well,
Yeah.
well, did you then go, when you finished from SMU, when did you start the Plano Symphony?
Well, again, the the beautiful thing about it is that I had finished my master's degree in conducting from SMU, and Maestro Brusilov was hoping that I would stay, but I wanted to go home to take care of my ailing father. Well, he died. My father died before I did that. So I went home to, attend to his funeral and everything, and then came back to gather my things. And at that time, my teacher, Brusilov, said, "Hector, there's a new orchestra in Plano that is being formed.
Yeah.
So I think you should apply."
Who was forming it? How did that happen?
It was a number of citizens in the community who were musicians and loved music, and they thought that Plano deserved an orchestra.
So what was the population in Plano, 35? It wasn't what it is today.
No, was not. I cannot tell you the exact number, but it was not. The Plano Chamber Orchestra was formed.
Okay.
I was the last applicant. And then I think we had about 30 applicants, and then 10 finalists, and they interviewed 5 of us. 3 of us were asked to audition, and the next day they called me and they said that invited you to be the new music director of the newly formed Plano Chamber Orchestra. So rather than going back to my country, I stayed here.
Yeah.
So,
And you've been in Plano ever since, right?
35 years ago.
35 years?
Yes.
So when did it move from a chamber orchestra to a full orchestra?
15 years after, maybe 20 years after that, the orchestra was doing so well and our audience was growing so much that, and also the quality of our players went to such a level that we started the move to becoming a symphony because our budget allowed it now. And so we changed the name from the Plano Chamber Orchestra to the Plano Symphony Orchestra. And even today, the orchestra continues to grow, and we're very fortunate. We've had 13 consecutive sold-out seasons.
Yes, that is most unusual and very exciting, isn't it?
It is, because you know that the industry doesn't quite allow it. You have a lot of variance in the giving, and the people move, and sometimes you have good years, sometimes you don't. But I have to tell you, I'm surrounded by great talent. It's not just the orchestra, it's everything around it, from the staff, the administrators, our great marketing director, and our new ED, all the executive directors we've had. Everything sort of has been first class, and that's when you have what you have.
Well, that is very exciting.
It is.
But I guess one orchestra wasn't enough, right? How did you, what was your next orchestra to come on?
Well, I've always been a very ambitious human being, and an ambitious musician, in the sense, that a musical sense, not in the bad sense.
Yeah.
I always wanted more. And of course, I told my teacher, Brusilov, said, when he asked me, what are your goals, Hector? Well, I want to conduct Boston, Philadelphia, New York, all the... And they didn't laugh at me. They said, well, you will. And that was very encouraging. But I need to go there, and I need to go step by step. So Irving, at that point, maybe 10 years into my tenure in Plano, they also having a search for a new conductor. So I applied, and
Voila.
I won the competition. Then 10 years later, San Angelo had the same search, and although I was not their first choice, they found somebody else. I was in their sights for a long time, and the conductor that was chosen got another offer, and 1 year later, he was gone.
He was gone.
And so they asked me directly if I could do it, so I had 3 orchestras. Then Mexico called. They had another competition in Guadalajara, and same thing. They had people from all over the world, and I was chosen the music director. So I couldn't do that too long because the travel got to me. I got sick. It was just too much pressure. So I left that after seven years, but I still kept 3.